In the eons since the first primitive human communities took shape on the grassy savannas of Earth, our civilization has spread and prospered. The early chaotic periods of our history saw many nation-states vying with each other for power, until we were at last united under the strongest of these. Only when guided by a single vision could we reach our full potential, and an era of stability and scientific progress followed. Now, after the successful creation of artificial subspace wormholes, the finest minds of the British Empire have finished construction of the first wormhole station at the edge of our system. The stars themselves are finally within our grasps. So hello and welcome to my playthrough as the British Empire in Stellaris. I plan on doing a full playthrough until we achieve victory, whether it be through conquest or domination. I have created the British Empire in the game under William Windsor, who is obviously not a true ruler, but in 2200 it is very possible that you could have, in an alternate history, a British ruler named William Windsor, whose traits are expansionist and champion of the people, and he is age 47. Our FTL method, as we read, is wormhole travel. Our capital is on Earth, and I chose 3 ethics I thought best fit the British Empire, which were collectivists, because there was at least some sort of unity within the British Empire that held them together, considering that they were such a disparate union of different colonies, whether it be in the Americas, India, or the British Islands themselves, which is hence why the sun never sets in the British Empire. Another important part of the British Empire is how amazing their navy was. Of course, the militarist trait doesn't directly affect your navy damage, it does affect army damage. However, it does increase the chance to receive military tech, which will improve our navy directly. I also chose materials because during this time when the British Empire was at its strongest was the Victorian era, and that's when technology and the Industrial Revolution was just happening, so I thought that fit quite well as well. The traits I gave our humans anyway was sedentary, mainly because I needed to get rid of a point to free up for talented and quick learners, and of course I chose continental preference. So let's begin. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at where we are in the galaxy. We are in the southeast. Well, I actually really like starting on the rim, just because that means you can only go inwards. You can't really go outwards, but I guess the inwards would be the same sort of deal. So I think we should probably start off with using our starship to survey the system, starting from our moon. Everybody starts with basically the same military. I might want to check out Earth real quick here and see if we can move around some people. It looks like there's already a pretty good setup here. I'm going to go ahead and do a hydroponics farm so we can get growing faster. We do only have 3 food, which means eventually we'll have somebody else show up here. Besides that, we're going to have to wait for to use the construction ship. But first we can choose some research. Let's see, we have... I feel like it's probably going to be useful to just rush colony ship, because on our way there we're probably going to be discovering aliens that we can use the situation log to do quests for, and that'll take long enough as it is, so we might as well start with that. A solar panel network goes onto your spaceport, and that might be useful to get us some extra credits, but you don't really need to be spending your credits that early in the game, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. Reflectors are really useful for ships, but I don't see us going in any quick wars, so I think I'm going to go with physics lab. As far as engineering goes, we don't really need 2 different kinds of labs. So I guess we will go with nuclear missiles. Why not? We can do some sort of military, hence why we're getting so many is because of the militarist trait. I think that's all we need to do. Actually, I'm going to go into the government. There's our Emperor. Emperor William Windsor. And I think we're going to look at our policies and encourage free thought, because that gives us a plus 10% research speed, excuse me, to all the different ones. Slavery. Slavery is allowed. Oh, I did not expect that. Well, I do not remember if slavery was prohibited for a long time. I'm pretty sure in the Victorian era it was probably prohibited, at least definitely in the later parts of it. So we'll go ahead and do that. We don't need slavery, even if something such as collectivist would help us do that with its plus 50% slavery tolerance. But whatever, we can deal with it. Let's see, is there anything else we might want to change? Migration. Looks like we can change whatever we want. It doesn't really seem to have any impact, so I'm just going to set it up in a free sort of way. Static. Sure, purge. Oh, purge is prohibited. Orbital bombardment, full of course. Citizens? What are those? Resettlement allowed. No, prohibited. We don't need to resettle anybody. Leadership from a species. Sure, sure. Looks good to me. Situation log, ship designer. Nah, I don't really feel the need to change any of that, any of those class names until we make our own. But yeah, don't audit your designs. Okay, I think I'm just gonna put this on the highest speed while our little science ship here explores the moon. Oh, Crown Prince John Windsor. He's the new heir to our empire and will take the throne when our current ruler dies. Wonderful. He is 41 years old. Okay. I'm not quite sure how he conceived a child at the age of 6, but you know, whatever. He is a fertility preacher and has deep connections. Deep connections is actually really useful because you don't get much influence, so that's nice. Expansionist is reducing the seed. Oh, I did not see that. And Chevy of the Peoples, of course. Really nice to get the people's happiness up there. Looks like we already have a governor. Governor Takaru Nakamura. And our science ship is led by scientist Patrice Renard. Huh. Meticulous is pretty good for him. I don't think we need to have any generals. I think that's good. New air, and I think we'll just let it go. See what there is to see in our... Oh, well, there we go. We can already begin building mining stations, and even on Mercury as well. Wow, this is looking pretty good so far. We're 3 for 3. Well, Uranus doesn't have anything. That sucks. Let's check out Mars. Oh, wow. Damn, that's looking pretty good. Already looking at 8 minerals.
Construction complete.
Oh.
Anomaly found.
Oh, I'm gonna slow it down real quick here. So there's an anomaly found on an asteroid in Sol's asteroid belt. We'll leave that be for now. Our building on the surface of Earth finished, so that's gonna be really nice to increase the population. Let's clear that. We'll put them over there once that's done. Let's see, now we have a construction ship building on Mercury, which will be really nice. He's nothing on Saturn. He's gonna be able to look towards Titan. Molders, or however the hell you say that. Back to the glorious British Empire. Oh, it's so wonderful. I'm actually using just a couple workshop mods, some that give you like nationalism flags, so you can get the British Empire. This is the royal coat of arms for the British Empire. I think it's actually for the United Kingdoms as well. But anyway, it also gives you a bunch of different colors. I think it was the 128 colors mod, which is really nice. I feel like that's going to make the map a lot cooler to look at anyway. We'll slow it down, keep on. Oh, or not. I guess we'll just keep it going. 2. So this is 10. We're already at 10 and it's not even done. Has to explore all the moons and gas giant itself at Jupiter, which is nice. That gives us a better chance to get more shit. Yeah. After our feller over there is finishing in Triton and Neptune, we'll be able to use our wormhole. Wormhole generator? Is that what it's called? Wormhole station, that's what it's called. Yep, there we go. Now we can use it, and we have quite a few. Wow, we actually not only are on the edge, but there's this big gap here. It's actually pretty nice. I want to go and check out what's over here, because maybe if there's a planet over there, that'd be nice, but I'm not. I don't know. Oh, Alpha Centauri. Wonderful. Survey system. There's a planet. Perfect continental. Wow. continental world, another continental world, and an Arctic world. Oh yeah, I forgot. My leaders are gonna be excellent. Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to mention this, but the reason that I chose... Oh my... It's made a startling find. The HMS Skalski has made a startling find on Alpha Centauri 2. The planet is teeming with alien life. For the first time in history, we have encountered life forms that did not originate on Earth. This amazing discovery has silenced those who believed we were alone in the universe. Although none of the alien creatures found in Alpha Centauri 2 are sentient, it is likely only a matter of time before we encounter beings that are. So we gain some society research. I'll slow down the fast. Alright, now back to what I was saying. I was going to go to species. The reason I picked sedentary was just for filler, but the reason I picked talented and quick learners is because from my research of online very quickly about the British Empire was that another reason that they succeeded was due to their great leaders. You know, you think of Victoria, and like if you go farther back in English history, you'll talk about, you know, some of the great English kings, and even you might even talk about William the Conqueror. So I figured that that was pretty applicable, and there wasn't really any other species traits that seemed too great, so that works. Oh shit, I didn't read that. Well, whatever. We'll go back to fastest. We have more than enough to build some mining stations. Alpha Centauri is actually kind of a bust, besides the fact that there's quite a few habitable worlds. Habitable world survey. We now know without a doubt that a thriving biosphere is not something unique to Earth. Both the scientific community and the public at large are eager to learn more about the various forms of alien life found throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalog the life forms we encounter are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus our planetary survey efforts on habitable, life-bearing worlds. Commendable initiative.
Updated.
So let's go ahead and check that out. Oh, it looks like it just... Our yep, okay, same thing. You just gotta survey some habitable worlds, and that'll give us some research, I imagine. I mean, I played a little bit of this game. I want to say maybe 10 hours, but I haven't actually finished the game before. But I would say I know enough about it to at least be able to talk about what's going on. So Alpha Centauri had 2 habitable planets. I've never actually inhabited a planet, or 2 planets in the same solar system, and these planets are actually pretty small, which you can see by the planet's size. However, Alpha Centauri 3A, which is actually a moon, is lush, but at the same time has a weak magnetic field. So, I don't know if I really am interested in going over here. Okay, let's see what else is up. Yeah, I believe that means our construction ship is finished. Let's go make a mining station on Mars. Check out what's going on in the Bernard Star. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to check out these anomalies. We'll do this one. It's only 15%, but knowing my luck, I'm probably gonna butcher it. Well, whatever.
System survey complete.